Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Victor's assassin approached the limousine. Lucy had been dropped off by a rideshare at Marigold and Chestnut, according to the henchman. Victor doubted that Lucy had been dropped off at the hideout's front door, but he was confident that it was close. Victor directed his henchmen to search the area discreetly. Victor, on the other hand, didn't want anyone to approach Valentin and Anna's safe house until Victor gave the order. Victor's henchmen joined him in the limousine while Victor spoke on the phone with Ambrose. Victor was relieved when Ambrose informed him that everything was in order. "It's just a matter of time," Victor explained. After Victor hung up, he explained that Ambrose had been assigned a special mission backstage at the nurses' ball. Victor stated that he intended to take someone with him when he left town. Victor's henchmen reported that they had their sights set on the hideout, so Victor ordered that the men surround the house. Victor stated unequivocally that he needed Valentin and Anna to live. "Lucy Co is just a bother. Get rid of her," Victor said. Victor quickly dialed a phone number. Victor smiled afterwards. "Right now," Victor said. Valentin and Anna dashed into the living room at the secret hideout when they heard Lucy scream. Lucy announced that the nurses' ball was about to begin by pointing to the television. Lucy became emotional as Anna and Valentin sat with her to watch the ball. Lucy insisted that she was proud of everyone, but the fact that she couldn't be there broke her heart. Valentin reminded Lucy that staying away from the ball was critical to their survival. Lucy, frustrated, assured him that she was well aware of what was at stake. Anna admitted that she felt sorry for Lucy after she grabbed her flute of champagne and marched to her bedroom to watch the nurses' ball. Anna shared how the ball had always brought her closer to her daughter, Robin. Going to the nurses' ball would jeopardize their safety, but Anna wondered if Victor was really looking for them. "Without a doubt," Valentin stated. Valentin was certain that his father would go to any length to obtain the Ice Princess necklace. Valentin later entered the living room, carrying a toy grand piano he discovered in the attic. He sat down next to Anna in front of the fireplace and proposed that they have their own ball. Anna was moved when he serenaded her with a love song from the bottom of his heart. Anna became lost in a fantasy in which she wore a glittering ball gown and danced with Valentin in a candlelit room as Valentin sang. They shared a tender kiss after the song ended. When Anna's phone rang, it was a text message from Sunny informing her that Victor had checked out of Metro Court. Lucy appeared in the doorway a few moments later. Lucy complimented Valentin's performance, which she had overheard while sneaking out of her room for a snack. Lucy began to talk about the chaos on the red carpet after Anna asked how she was doing. Valentin and Anna were perplexed as to how Lucy knew what was going on at Metro Court. Lucy was forced to admit to sneaking out earlier. Lucy blamed her rash decision on Maxie being in over her head, but she assured Maxie that she had only gone as far as the lobby and had taken precautions with the car service. Valentin and Anna realized they had been duped. "We have to leave right now," Anna stated. Valentin opened the door and stepped outside to wait for Anna and Lucy a short time later. Lucy defended her decision-making, but Anna ignored her as she dragged Lucy outside. When Anna noticed a small red dot from a gun's laser pointed at the center of Valentin's chest, she screamed. Maxie, Bobby, and Brooke Lynn were backstage at Metro Court getting ready to kick off the nurses' ball. Maxie requested that Bobby ensure that everyone was prepared for the opening number. Nina approached as Bobby walked away. Maxie warned Nina that she didn't have time to talk because she still had a lot of work to do. "Save the drama for the llama," Nina snidely suggested. Nina told Maxie to break a leg because he wasn't amused. Gladys admired her sparkling bracelet at Sunny's table. Sunny was curious about Gladys's expensive piece of jewelry. Sasha explained that the bracelet had been borrowed for a photo shoot and that she had decided to lend it to Gladys for the night. Gladys thanked Sasha for the lovely gown and jewelry, which had made Gladys' first nurses' ball memorable. Gladys, Sasha insisted, had helped her more than anyone else. Sasha admitted that she still had difficult days, but she was excited to begin her life. Sunny was confident that Glady's guardianship would be revoked soon, and Sasha would be paid for the evening's festivities at Dante and Sam's table. Sam explained that vendors generously donated and that all proceeds would benefit HIV/AIDS charities. Sam expressed her gratitude for Cody's willingness to perform. Every now and then, "I do the right thing," Cody admitted. Cody's gaze was drawn to Glady's across the room. Cody caught up to Glady's as she made her way to the restroom a short time later. He asked sarcastically if she planned on going to a pawn shop to see how much she could get for the bracelet. Glady's was annoyed by the question, but she admitted that she didn't own the bracelet. "Yeah, Brando's garage wasn't yours either, and you sold it," Cody pointed out. Glady's was irritated and told Cody that it was none of his business, so he agreed to leave Glady's alone if she told Sasha the truth. "And if I don't?" Glady's asked defiantly. "I'll tell Sasha that you can't stay away from the poker tables and that you're using her assets to pay off your debts," Cody replied. Sam was nearby when he noticed Sasha looking around the room. Sasha admitted to being on the lookout for Glady's. Sasha later discovered Cody at the bar. She mentioned his performance and inquired whether he was prepared for the limelight. Cody joked that he and the spotlight had been friends for a long time. Glady's came over when she saw Cody and Sasha together and inquired as to what they had been discussing. "Old friends," Cody remarked. Nina tried to bring up the subject of Portia, Trainer, and Jordan at Curtis' table, but Curtis was unwilling to discuss his troubled relationships. Curtis advised him and Nina to simply sit back and enjoy the festivities. Nina concurred. At Austin and Ava's table, Ava advised Austin that they should dress casually and enjoy the evening. Austin cast a nervous glance over at Mac, but he took Ava's advice. Maxie and Bobby walked out onto the stage and welcomed everyone to the 2023 Nurses' Ball. Following a round of applause, Bobby thanked everyone for coming and reminded the audience that the ball's goal was to find a cure for HIV and eradicate AIDS. Maxie promised that the evening would be spectacular because they had upped the ante to commemorate General Hospital's 60th anniversary. "So be prepared for some surprises," Maxie teased. TJ, Felix, Deanna, Amy, as well as some nurses and doctors, performed Lovely Day. Chase complimented Elizabeth on her appearance at her table. Finn smiled as he stood next to his brother. Elizabeth expressed her excitement for Chase's duet. She changed gears and thanked Finn for her rescue on the red carpet. Finn assured her that he was delighted to help, but an awkward silence ensued. Elizabeth smiled politely and told Finn and Chase to have a good time. When Finn and Chase arrived at the bar, Chase inquired about what had happened between Finn and Elizabeth at Cameron's farewell party, but Finn refused to tell him. Later, Finn was standing at the bar when Chase approached and attempted to find out where things stood between Finn and Elizabeth, but Finn appeared to ignore his brother until Chase tapped him on the shoulder. Finn, startled, pulled an earpod out of his ear and explained that he had been listening to Violet's voicemail message. Finn reinserted the earpod after Chase repeated his question. "Nice talk," Chase said as he marched away. Finn's gaze was drawn to Elizabeth across the room. Elizabeth made her way to the stage after they exchanged a smile. Elizabeth discussed the tragic loss of Epiphany Johnson after Maxie introduced her. Behind Elizabeth, a large screen displayed a photograph of the Epiphany. "So tonight, we dedicate this ball to our friend," Elizabeth said. "Epiphany, we love you, we miss you, and you will never ever be forgotten." Spencer admitted to Trina at the bar that he regretted not accompanying her on the red carpet. Trina was afraid he saw her as an accessory. "No, you aren't anyone's accessory," Spencer stated. Trina was perplexed as to why Spencer hadn't invited her to the ball. Rather than responding, Spencer reminded Trina that they had both told Sydney that they were just friends. Trina mentioned that they had been put on the spot live on television. "What were we going to say?" Trina wondered. "Did you mean it?" Spencer questioned. Trina flipped the question to Spencer, but Sunny walked up before Spencer could respond. Sunny complimented Trina and asked for a moment to speak privately with Spencer. Sunny asked Spencer to answer him honestly after Trina left. "Where has Victor gone?" Sunny inquired. Spencer explained that he expected his uncle to show up at the nurses' ball, but he hadn't seen him. Sunny wondered if Spencer knew Victor had checked out of Metro Court. Spencer was taken aback, but Sunny inquired whether Victor had mentioned leaving town. Jocelyn approached Dex as he stood at the bar a short time later. "You look fantastic," smiled, but Dex reminded her that they weren't supposed to be seen together. Jocelyn noted that there were only two of them waiting for the bartender. Dex smiled as he stroked Jocelyn's fingers with his hand slid across the bar. Meanwhile, Spencer ran into Trina in the hall. He apologized for interrupting and stated that he had wanted to discuss their kiss. Spencer admitted that he hoped it was something they would both want to do again. "Yes," Trina confirmed. Spencer, feeling more confident, asked Trina to confirm that they were together. "Yes, together," Trina said shyly. Spencer was overjoyed, but the moment was ruined when Jocelyn appeared and informed Trina that they needed to get ready for their performance. "You have the worst timing, Joss," Spencer said. Dante checked in with Sunny at the bar. Sunny talked about losing Epiphany and how heartbreaking the news was. Sunny remembered Epiphany being able to put anyone in their place. "Jason, me, and even Carly, who I miss," Sunny explained. Dante assured his father that he was available if Sunny needed to speak with him. Sunny embraced his son. Jordan raised a glass and praised TJ's performance at his table. Molly spoke up, but Jordan observed that neither Molly nor TJ was consuming alcoholic beverages. TJ explained that he and Molly were not drinking because they were trying to get pregnant. Jordan was ecstatic. Link walked into Blaze's dressing room. Blaze, taken aback, inquired if he had ever knocked. "What's the fun in that?" Link wondered. Blaze told him she needed to change. "Don't let me ditter you," Link said. Brooke Lynn knocked on the door and entered the dressing room a short time later. When she saw Link, she was furious. Link ignored Brooke Lynn's scowl and inquired about his favorite former songbird. He was curious if the dressing room was where Nell slit Brooke Lynn's throat, but Brooke Lynn demanded to know where Blaze was. Just then, Blaze emerged from behind the shifting partition. Link began to speak, but Brooke Lynn had had enough. "Get out," yelled Brooke Lynn. Link, unapologetic, claimed Blaze needed assistance with her zipper, but Brooke Lynn refused to let him stay. Link claimed to be Blaze's manager, but Brooke Lynn remained firm until Link left. Brooke Lynn then inquired about Blaze's well-being. Brooke Lynn didn't believe Blaze when she said she was fine. Brooke Lynn offered to accompany Blaze to all private meetings with Link. Blaze expressed gratitude to Brooke Lynn, but clarified that Link was Blaze's manager. Brooke Lynn reminded Blaze that because Blaze and Chase are working together, Brooke Lynn had a vested interest in the meetings with Link because Brooke Lynn was Chase's manager. "That's a bit of a stretch," Blaze said. Brooke Lynn contended that it was preferable to going alone. Blaze agreed to consider it. Chase had just knocked on the door and entered. He immediately noticed the tension in the room and inquired about it. Chase asked Brooke Lynn why Blaze was upset after she excused herself and rushed out. Brooke Lynn assured him that Blaze was okay and that he should leave it alone. "Do you want her to live her life like you do, everyone for themselves?" Chase inquired. Brooke Lynn insisted that she didn't want to be alone, but life had other plans. She assured Chase that she regretted signing Link's non-disclosure agreement, and she knew it had been a selfish decision. Brooke Lynn admitted that she had failed Chase and, worse, the women who had been left to deal with Link. Chase explained that what had hurt him the most was that she had disappointed herself. Blaze reappeared before Brooke Lynn could respond. Brooke Lynn excused herself when Blaze asked Chase if they could rehearse one more time before their performance. Maxie barks orders backstage. Amy handed Maxie a bottle of water and complimented her on a job well done, but Maxie became concerned when she noticed that one of the 3 chainsaws was missing. Bobby, meanwhile, introduced Jocelyn and Trina. The audience applauded after the young ladies sang The Middle. Elizabeth approached Portia and complimented Trina on her performance. Trina had done an excellent job, according to Portia. Elizabeth wondered if Portia had made any headway with Trainer. Only a little, Portia explained. Elizabeth was confident that Portia and Trainer's relationship would be repaired. Portia agreed because she had no intention of abandoning her daughter. Bobby congratulated Jocelyn on a fantastic performance backstage. Link approached Jocelyn after Bobby returned to her hosting duties and told her she had talent. "You could go all the way to the top in my hands," Link said. Jocelyn thanked Link for the compliment, but she admitted that she wasn't interested in pursuing a musical career. Link gently stroked the side of Jocelyn's arm, hoping to persuade her otherwise. Brooke Lynn came to a halt nearby when she saw Link with Jocelyn.